Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm doing a quick video about the government shutdown, right? Some of you might be aware that we are currently under a government shutdown, which I don't feel like that's a normal time frame for something like that to happen either. Before I get into it, I'll let you know a little bit about who I am. My name is Master Juniper Blue Mystique. I am an Ascension Master, a Master Healer, and a Divine Guide. Since 2019, had a Kundalini awakening and have been doing things that pertain to bringing through the return. From activating pyramids to clearing Mount Shasta, which was not of light, and more. Okay, so I know we're in the midst of a big change. This is true. And no matter what we do, these changes are going to occur. A lot of people talk about the apocalypse. A lot of people talk about, the end of the world, the end of ways, these kinds of things, but they do so from a place of fear oftentimes, or fear is just in the air about it, right? A lot of false information, a lot of uncertainty. And a lot of times the things we have to go off of are what's been presented to us. So this could be religious text, spiritual people, just a knowing, the government, all these kinds of different places of information. So sometimes it's hard to know what to believe, what to trust. But the one thing that we can tell, and we do know, is that change is happening, right? Change is oftentimes inevitable. So when people say, hey, the world is ending, truly what they're talking about is the world as we knew it, okay? We have to shift from a place of what once was to what now will be, right? And God does not call the apocalypse the apocalypse. This is important to understand. And doing the work that I was doing, undoing the Sistine Chapel, the judicial system, the medical matrix, the money matrix, the food matrix, you realize that there's all these systems that were not exactly aligned. They were not what we should have always been. Okay. So God doesn't call the apocalypse necessary. There is a karmic kickback, right? It is an end to some things. The earth does have to shift and rearrange and regain her true alignment and her true power. And in doing so, things will move, things will happen, things will occur. It's just inevitable. We can't not have that happen, because when you know the truth about what happened to the earth, you will know she has to correct herself. She has her own karmic purge, purging out what isn't aligned and realigning to what really is, okay? So there's lots of shifts going on. So what God calls the apocalypse is the return of light, okay? There's no fear in it. It's not about death and carnage and suffrage and payback or judgment day even. That's all a lie. It is, however, about, do you choose light or do you choose shadow? Where is your heart? Your heart is measured. What is our lens? So some of us are in fear of the apocalypse, while other of us see that we are shifting into the light. Okay? We must be pure light. All right? So just a little insight into what the ascension really is. I will pull just a couple cards. I'm doing a quick video, but I wanted to see what Spirit says about this government shutdown. What is this shutdown? Why is this happening right now? And are we going to be able to have it back on track? Is it going to come back? What's going to be the outcome? So I asked Spirit today, while I was on a little break at work, what this is, what is happening, why this is happening right now. Now I know things are going to fall to be rebuilt. I know that. The apocalypse, as some people will call it, is a shift in the way things are done on Earth, from undoing a false foundation and creating an entirely new one. And it's going to happen in pieces, right? Where everybody was saying, oh my gosh, the resurrection's going to happen. 3 days of darkness, things are going to happen. You won't know when or how, right? We never know when, we never know how. They're just going to come. And it's just going to suddenly be. Okay. And we're going to have to be able to handle those things. So recently I talked about getting in the eye of the storm. And this is what God talks about. This is part of a storm. And are you in the eye? Are you in a space of calm and tranquility and balance and able to hear the heart nudges and what we're supposed to do? Or are you in chaos? Okay, where is your lens? I'm burping some releasing as I'm talking about it. So this is what Spirit says about the government shutdown. Now, this is exactly what I got. So I'm going to read it, and then I want to just make sure you understand the way Spirit communicates. Okay? Some people take what Spirit says to be quite literal, and other people have expectations about what comes through with it. And I will tell you that Spirit is vast. So they may say something, and it might have many layers to that meaning of it. So this is what Spirit said. Paperwork is in play. This is exactly what Spirit says about the government shutdown. Okay? Paperwork is in play. A deal is being made. Some back and forth is at stake. I am reading it, by the way, I channeled it. Okay. Some back and forth is at stake. So, like talking, creating a deal. And an uphill battle and an earthquake. Things will resume in a week or two. Until then, positivity and love is your lens. Okay, so I'm going to read that part one more time because it's important to listen carefully to every word that I say and not have expectations about it. Okay, but to put it in our pocket. Paperwork is in play. So I feel like negotiations are occurring. They're writing things, they are negotiating. A deal is being made, right? Some back and forth is at stake. So I want this, you want this, I don't want this, I don't want that, you better not do this, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Literally happening, and I'm sure we know that. Paperwork is in play. A deal is being made. Some back and forth is at stake. An uphill battle and an earthquake. What does that mean? Is that a physical earthquake? Or is it fall of a, like, that earthquake is quite vast. Okay, so put it in your pocket. An uphill battle and an earthquake. Could be a fall of a false foundation. Let it play out. Put it in your pocket. Could be an actual earthquake. It could be. I feel a few different things with that word. So things will resume in a week or two. Until then, positivity and love is your lens. Eye of the storm, fall of the false foundation. Pieces of change, one by one, the world will rearrange. What seems strange or off has massive purposes we often may not see right away. Okay. And when I was dealing with the Sekhmet timeline, and returning the power of Sekhmet and clearing the dark crystal out of the core and Horus returning and all of that, you know, there was a knowing that sometimes destruction is a rebirth. Okay. Falling of a false foundation does not always mean smooth transition, right? All the shadow being removed. And I've talked a lot about that stuff within my videos, so I encourage you to check all of those out, you guys. But I wanted to bring this out there to see what Spirit had to say about the government shutdown. Okay, so paperwork is in play, a deal is being made, some back and forth is at stake, an uphill battle and an earthquake. Things will resume in a week or two. Until then, positivity and love is your lens. Eye of the storm. Get in the eye of the storm. I said that was needed recently. Okay. Fall of a false foundation. Pieces of change. One by one, the world will rearrange. What seems strange or off has massive purposes we often may not see right away. Okay. Now I'm just going to pull a few cards from my deck about the ascension, guided ascending light, and what we need to know. And call it a night. Truth time, throat chakra. Okay. Some people don't want truths to be seen. That's what I'm hearing. Some people don't want truth to be seen, and some people don't want change. Some people don't want to be forced to speak their truth or have to see their own truth. Okay, motivation playlist, music activations, so vibrations, okay? So just as they said, your lens should be of love. No matter what, we have to be in the eye of the storm, positivity and love. Raise your vibration. I'm hearing very loudly. Speak your truth, live your truth, be from your soul truth only. We must be in our soul path. Okay? So very true. And again, transmutation. I've been getting this one a lot lately. Okay? We are changing, we are transmuting, we are releasing what does not belong. Also, this is a sigil, so soak it up. Okay? Transmutation. So pay attention to what you see, feel, do, and say, no matter what is happening, no matter what falls apart, be in the eye of the storm. That no matter what is happening around you, you're calm, you're mellow, you're able to hear still. If you go into crisis and chaos, you cannot hear, we can't function, we're not breathing properly. So no matter what falls apart around you, no matter what, can you remain calm? And we don't know where it's going, right? According to Spirit, something will resume in a week or two. Does that mean it doesn't have consequences between now and then? It's a part of a false foundation falling. Get in the eye of the storm. Okay? So again, paperwork's in play, a deal is being made, some back and forth is at stake. Negotiations. An uphill battle and an earthquake. That was like, okay, we have an uphill battle and an earthquake. Fall of a false foundation. Things will resume in a week or two. Until then, positivity and love is your lens. Okay, no matter what, can you be positive? Can you see the love in the eye of the storm? All right, so much love, my friends. Raise your vibration. Allow your playlist to be nothing but good things, motivation, what you want to see, what you want to hear, and what you want to do. Speak exactly what you want to create, and make sure you're coming from a space of only truth. Don't get caught in the chaos. Are you in the foundation that's falling, or are you in the one that's rising? Don't worry, according to Spirit, things will resume in a week or two. But there was a lot in that message, wasn't there? Until next time, guys. See you soon. Bye.